All right, cool. We are live. Oh, wow, it's echoing. Now I think. Testing, 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 testing. I think we're good now. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the market. So this morning we had GDP, some GDP numbers come out, and they were not so great. They were a little weak. We were expecting 2.9% GDP as measured. Live on TikTok, forgot to do that. All right. We were expecting 2.9%. It came in at 2.7%. So it means we're slightly less productive as a society than what we thought we would be. And that does put us into a micron of further debt and increased inflation. So that causes inflation. You know, if you sit on your hands and you don't create wealth and you don't create productivity in society, then everything gets more expensive. Doesn't that just make sense? Should be pretty logical. So anyway, that is how it works. And so we have inflation at actually I don't know what the latest numbers are, what it was hanging at, like 7% or whatever it was. And unless we can be 7% productive per year, we can't pay off that inflation. You see, so we go into a form of debt, and that is what sort of causes us to go into a almost irreversible walk back as a society economically. Right now, we're back like 10 years, maybe 15 years. We're back to like 2010 in wealth levels. I mean, this inflation wave has just eaten us up and crushed us, and it could take 10 to 20 years to get back to where we were 2 years ago. Just because, if we're chugging along at 3% productivity, but inflation's 7%, we're losing 4% per year. We have to make up for that, you see, with a difference. And so, it's going to take a long time, and we've been thrown back many years of productivity. So we're in a kind of dark ages of productivity. Anyway, GDP came in a little bit weak. The market initially dropped on that news. Nvda just wasn't having any of it. Let's take a look at how the move transpired. It dropped on that news down here, and then it has since rallied back up, and we're now moving up to highs. And that makes sense with my thesis, which is that the liquidity that any market makers want to grab is up. Banks and market makers want to grab is up here at 302 on the Qs. 302. It's the high of Friday's high. That is the nearby liquidity that you would want to grab and then move back down from there, whether it be a tiny move or a large move. That seems to be where the most people want to get out of their short bias trades, and so they do so by buying, and so that's others can sell into your buying, and then the shares have traded hands, and now the banks have the upper hand on a short run. So we're going to go up to 302 probably today on the Qs, which is on the futures on or Nasdaq is about 12,400 area, and that would be an increase of 1.4%. So we potentially have a bullish day ahead of us, despite the GDP numbers, and it's behaving like it wants to go grab that liquidity. That may be what transpires today. Time frame, just 1 second. There we go. All right, let me refresh the screener here and see if there's anything else that's come up. As a matter of fact, one stock did. TWO, Two Hands Corporation, 2H, TWOH. Let's put that in there instead of, well, I want to watch laser instead of LLAP. Oh, well, it's on low volume. It's really on nothing. But we are definitely watching Ocea, OCEA. It may have some price improvement today that could add up to a move from $6 to $7 or $8. It's at $6.60 now, pulling back a little bit. There was some support at $6.50 already. You can watch the level 2 to see if that firms up and stays strong. That could be a spot to get in, $6.50 on Ocea, depending on the level 2. Otherwise, I'd let it just drop through a weak floor and see where it hardens up, but it's probably going to be somewhere around 575 for a long entry on Ocea, OCEA. Also, we're going to keep our eyes on laser, which once the market opens, could have an incredible day. Yesterday was a late day, some late day news on laser, and it moved from $6 to $7.50 late day really quickly. We're also watching VBLT and JNCE, which is coming up sort of over VWAP. Hard to say whether or not that's going to hold. We'll see. It's got a long ways to go and no pivots to great direction. So one of the strongest things going on in the market this morning is Nvda. Nvda was at 207 yesterday at market close. It's now at 234 almost. It popped on ER to 224, and it's now up $10, almost in a straight line all morning to 234 roughly. So Nvda is one that could very much be an ER type of play today. Day swing that you could get in if it holds pivots throughout the whole day, with an add-on at the end of the day for continuation into day 2, and tomorrow would be day 2 continuation. That's if Nvidia holds strong all day. It sure is acting very bullish. So all eyes on Nvidia on that one. And that does seem to be a market darling. Let's take a look at the daily chart in Nvidia, see what we got going on here. So that price does bring it all the way up over the recent rally, back to levels not seen since April of last year. So it's very positive news, but it might need to ring out a little bit. WRING might need to be wrung out a little bit. So how it goes today and tomorrow, those both might follow through long, but eventually, if not today, it's going to need to pull back and just kind of soak in the move a little bit and allow it to harden and crystallize before it can actually move unfetteringly. All right, we've got a couple minutes before the open. Eric Hopper says Nvidia will ultimately be a trap. Earnings are moving backwards big time. And what do you think about that, Chris? I know Chris has been pretty tapped in on Nvidia's numbers and the analysts. I don't know if Chris is able to answer. Maybe. But yeah, good insight, Eric. I think that Nvidia needs some fleshing out, but that doesn't mean it can't run on just excitement to a new number, where it'll eventually get, so whatever that new number is, and then that's going to have to flesh out after we get to that number, whatever that is. Chris actually disagrees with you, Eric. And we've got somebody saying NVIDIA's going higher. Yep. And good morning from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. If anybody wants to join our Telegram, it's E3 Trading Group. Make sure you get the two G's next to each other there. Trading Group. E3 Trading Group. I don't know, I'm trying to get some more people into the Telegram. Make sure we've got that platform covered as well. If you're a user of Telegram, we're going to build that up a little bit in addition to all our other platforms. Yeah. No, I think so. Thanks for helping out. Heidi, your wives. Heidi, what is it? Heidi, hide your wives, hide your Wi-Fi. That's his username. That's pretty good. You bought when Nancy Pelosi bought Nvidia, yeah, and you didn't sell. So you're a genius and an idiot, but it worked out. What's Telegram? I don't even worry about it. If you're not a Telegram user, don't even worry about it. It's all right. All right, we've got the market opening in less than 2 minutes by 3 seconds. And the best looking thing is Nvidia. It's at 235 now. That was up at 207, and so in pre-market it's up 13%. Huge move. That definitely would have been a payoff in the options, but rare. You'd need a big surprise like that. Yeah, exactly what I said, Eric. I don't know if you heard what I said about Nvidia needing to sort of get to a certain price and then get fleshed out from there for probably a month or two. The earnings trends year over year at tip ranks. Cool idea. Yes, sir, Eric. The hide your Wi-Fi guys are talking to each other here with amphibian balls. I think this guy's name is Amphibian Balls or something. Amphibian Balls is talking to hide your wives. Why are amphibian balls and hide your wives talking to each other? That's what I want to know. What a world we live in. Who has the name amphibian balls? That's great. A put or call on Nvidia? Put Bates, amphibian Bates, amphibian. Well, I like amphibian balls much more. You should change it. Amphibian balls is great. I'm gonna get that's my new username somewhere. Just call me amphibian balls. All right, watching the market and Nvidia. Let's see what Nvidia wants to do out of the gate. Nvidia hitting 235. It's running out of the gate. Nvidia. Oh, no, pulling back to 234.66. Shut the fuck up. All right, 234 now and 233.70 on Nvidia. Meatloaf. Shut up. 233 on Nvidia, so pulling back. And this could set up a mega dip buy, if you remember that, guys, on Nvidia. 5-minute green over red candle entry on Nvidia potentially. Ocea with a very strong green candle wants to run. It's at 690, almost hit 690 from an opening of 649. It did find us some support around 650 in general, and is now spiking off of the open. Ocea, OCEA. Well, yeah, Eric, but I mean, has there been layoffs? Has there been cuts? It's all relative. You know, apparently, V belt now pulling up also off of a 21 cent level to almost 23.5 cents. ENVX also with some good movement to about $10 from 950 open. But Nvidia dragging a little bit. Nvidia dragging at the open a little bit. That's great. Maybe we'll get a 5 minute entry on that, which would be very powerful. VBLT almost at 24 cents now. Ocea having trouble getting over that 680 level. There it goes. Boom. Ocea at 714. Yeah, Ocea kind of the number one this morning so far. V-Built going pretty big too. VBLT was at 21 where it started and now hit 25.5 cents. Very good. That's what? 20% gain just off of the open. There's a lot of return to be had on VBLT and Ocea hitting 747, probably halting. Ocea 747 slamming against 747, can't move, probably halting. Pin and halted. Ocea, the hottest stock this morning, the first halt of the morning. Ocea. Nvidia pulling back to 231.50. We're looking for the 5 minute mega dip buy on Nvidia now. That's going to be a beautiful entry once it happens. Waiting for that pullback. So Ocea will open again in 5 minutes. We'll be watching that. In the meantime, V-Built did quite well there, 20% gain just off of the open. BABA wants to fill the gap, heading back to 93.50 where it came from. A really red open. However, you might want to watch BABA potentially for finding a support level. And you can watch level 2 for that. But in addition, you could just be looking for the green over red 5-minute candle. BABA with a possible mega dip buy play. And what is NVIDIA doing now? Okay, let's take a closer look at that. Okay, has not completed a 5-minute entry yet on NVIDIA. An eye on the 5-minute chart, looking for a 5-minute candle entry on NVIDIA. Or it could take off. Or if you see a huge amount of movement on level 2. Laser, LAZR, coming over yesterday's highs, approaching yesterday's highs. This could be a momentum breakout moment on Laser. Here it comes. Yesterday's high 764, and we're hitting 753. We actually hit 773. We are over yesterday's high, so Laser with some momentum, LAZR. BABA just on a descent to hell, returning back to 93.5. Good short there until it can turn around. BABA Black Sheep. I don't know why it's in there. Let's see. I'm looking for to hedge my AI. Very liquid. Like the 20 strike is pretty liquid. I'll go with that. gonna potentially keep buying on that. Which trading platform am I using? Thinkorswim. 5-7. All right, we're going to be coming out of the halt here on Ocea in about 50 seconds on Ocea. The market now pulling back, and Nvda failing out. Baba just bleeding out. It's like a Dan Rather thing, I think. Black sheep. You'd have to know who Dan Rather is. Nvda with that nice pullback. Felt like a tarantula was on my arm just now, but that's all right. Everything's fine over here. Okay, wait. Ocea's coming up out of the halt in 10 seconds. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of the halt yet? I'm not getting a print. Okay, it's still holding. Yes. Why not IBKR? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Who the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Just, I have accounts everywhere. I have accounts at IBKR. I have accounts at Fidelity. I have accounts at TradeStation. I have accounts at, fuck you anyway. Now I think about it, why am I telling you where I have accounts at? That's none of your goddamn business. All right, 7:47. We're waiting for Ocea to come out of the halt. But anyway, lots of brokers are good. If you like a broker more than a broker that I like, then fuck you. Good for you. Be at that broker. Good for you, man. Good for you. What are you doing? I've been trading for 25 years. You're going to like all of a sudden I'm going to switch over to what you like? I don't think so. Dontrell, I did have an extra concentrate of coffee this morning. It may or may not be affecting my mood this morning. Too funny. Ocea with a 10 million float. Okay, I show 13.23 mil, but good. Whatever the lowest number is the correct number. No, I know. I'm just teasing. Very good, very good. Yeah, no, IBKR can be really great, especially for shorting. Yes, Ocea is halted. We're waiting for it to come out of the halt. Hey, watch Nvda for potential 5-minute candle now coming up. That could be an entry if we can get a 5-minute break over. Let's see, where's the 5-minute here? There we are. Okay, not quite there yet. Nope. Let me know when Ocea is doing its thing again. Fucking AI all over the map. All over the map, man. Neo. Where am I at on Neo? I'm at break even on Neo. And what do I want to do? No, Neo's dropping like a bag of bricks. I'm flattening. Bam, I'm out of Neo. That was only for a little quick trade idea anyway. Okay, be watching for the 5-minute green over red candle on Nvda. Would be coming up. Entry would be at 233.70 if it happens. 233.70. We'll keep an eye on that. Ocea still halted. BBLT pulled back about 90% retrace off that open, and is trying to reclaim VWAP right now. It's not looking too great currently. Nvidia, we're looking for that green over red candle entry. All jacked up on caffeine, baby. Yes, sir. Amphibian balls. Yes, sir. I got those amphibian balls just right here. I dropped them right in my drink of 2 espresso shots. The drill. No, but I really thought there was something crawling on my arm a minute ago. Jesus. And maybe it's just the jitters. Maybe. But I thought something was crawling on my arm. Oh, Jesus, you guys. Oops, I gotta sell 10 shares. Oh, wrong button. Please don't sell 10 shares. Okay, 1,000. There we go. I'm not paying $6.95 to sell 10 shares. Fuck that. All right, JNCE now breaking pre-market high, and that could be an important key level to break right there. I want to take a look at the daily on AI for a second. I maybe need to decide to get out of my hedge. I'm only hedged 1/10 anyways. Hard to say right now. Sell 10,000. Does it say what price Ocea will open at? No. Not really. There goes Ocea's open at 824. That was a huge 75-cent gain. Hopefully you guys had your ladder set on that. And just got a flurry of exits. Probably RJ did. Yep. Ding, 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 bling, 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 bling. And we're now trying to test $8 after a little pullback opening at 824. All right. AI is dropping, so I am going to cut that short. I opened. It's a $35 hit, which is fine for Delta on the same shares. All right, back to things. Milwaukee. I am out of Neo. We can clear that up. Laser actually didn't have what it needed to go. Ocea actually just hit 867, heading to 9. Ocea, the trade of the morning. Nvda has not done a green 5-minute candle, green over red yet, but it's getting close. I think this next candle might be it. We'll see. So no entry yet on Nvda. Laser, John. Laser. I wonder if anybody knows what line I'm quoting from what movie. I mean, you'd have to be a real cinemaphile to know. This is a laser? This is a your mother. Laser, John. Laser. All right. It'd be amazing if anybody could get that. That is a very obscure quote. Can you imagine a biotech company defeating lung cancer? Right, I know. That's why biotechs can be so hot. All right, get ready for potential entry on Nvidia. It's not quite there yet. I'd like to see it break 233.80, and ideally towards the end of a 5-minute period, not the beginning. So we still don't have an entry on Nvidia. There's the laser. All right, no, it's not Star Wars. So so it's Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, the old one, with who was that guy? I think he's Canadian or French actor, Lambert, Christopher Lambert. Who, by the way, if you haven't seen Highlander, the original movie, that movie's great. It was written by somebody who went to college where I grew up. It's kind of cool. Cool little factoid. All right, VBLT with a little bit of Reclaim action going on. Maybe it's going to break a new high on VBLT. Wasn't really a clear signal for a bottom entry there, but you might have been able to find it on the level 2, because if there was a lot of demand down there, then as price increases, that demand moves up, and price moves. Boom! That's entry on Nvidia at 234. Entry on Nvidia. Nvidia entry. All right, so we might be going to 240 now on Nvidia. That's an entry. Green candle over red. If we have a chance at all, if it's going to do what it could do, it's probably going to go to 240 plus. And if it's not, then it's an exit at like 230, 250, right around there. Yeah, Greystoke, Legend Chosen. So anyway, he says, this is your mother, this is your father, John. Mother, father. You remember, Mike? Razor, John. 235 now on Nvidia. So that was the momentum entry on Nvidia. Hope you guys got it. All right, I got to flatten out of this other trade that I can't seem to get out of. There we go. Boom. Done. Need that trade no more. Ocea now at 834 off of a 750 pullback. Ocea doing well again, picking up some momentum. What's that about the nailed it, RJ? You got into Nvidia? Did you add on? Who got in Nvidia at 230? 4 roughly is where that entry was. Yeah, good job, whoever did. Nice going. So it's doing its thing. You see the power of that? 5-minute green over red, mega dip by on ER, positive earnings. It would help if it was a bullish day on the market, but Nvidia is one of the top elements in the indexes, so it is pushing up the market itself. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Our eyes. All right, let's get a larger view on Nvidia. See what we're dealing with here. What a gorgeous run we took, and we took that above all this junk down here. Obviously, it would have been nice to get lower, but then you have no confirmation. Unconfirmed trades are like 75% plus to fail. So, you go with what's confirmed and you take less gain, but you have a higher success rate. And now you can manage the trade however you wish. You can manage it on the 1 minute, the 10-second, following an 8 EMA, a trend line, following the momentum, pivot point path, however you want to do it at this point. Now but you've got your entry, and the entry method for that is the mega dip buy method, green over red on the 5-minute. A falling. Okay. Well, yeah. You still want the confirmation. Okay. Baba found a bottom. Be watching for the 5-minute green over red entry on Baba. I gotta get Baba. Carl, yeah. RJ wants to look at level 2. Wants to go over level 2 information in master class tonight as well. So we will do that. Yeah. Huck, that's really strange. You responded almost right away, but earlier it took you like 4 minutes to say, Dan Rather. So you're just saving those in your pocket for the right moment, huh? I swear, I'm pretty sure you're a scotch drinker. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, hit the scotch in the morning. Ocea hitting almost 9. Yeah, hit 904. Ocea taking off again. I believe that is a biotech company. Yeah, Ocean Biomedical. So they're probably extracting fucking squid ink and curing cancer with bioluminescent jellyfish DNA. But no, I know nothing about this company. He says, no, vodka, but not before 5. Right on. Okay, Baba, they could be getting an entry there. Now with Nvidia, I would just personally, my own way I would trade it is I would just trade it as a day one ER. That was an add-on with the momentum add-on, and I would just follow the pivot point path all day now. You just don't know how far it's going to go, and the pivot point path is the most trustworthy method to be able to hold a stock all day, to know when not to and when to. It does constitute getting back in as well. Ocea hitting 939 now. Ocea, OCEA. Ocea celebrates the discovery of bispecific antibodies that target chitinase 3 like 1 and immune checkpoint inhibitors, killing glioblastoma cells and melanoma cells, and blocking the metastasis of malignant melanoma cells to the lung by over 90%. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that does sound pretty good. You copy traded which one? Nvidia with some more momentum. I feel 240. Sometimes they overshoot too, 241, 242. But in that area, if you have the ability to take out partials, I'd be taking out partials at 240, 241, 242, possibly depending on what you can see on level 2. But level 2 is going to be probably a million share nightmare, a million volume plus per second nightmare. Very hard to look at on mega caps. But it's possible with the right level 2 software, you can filter your level 2 to only show you big trades. Same thing with time and sales. Is Ocea halted again? RJ? By the way, Ocea is coming up off of a very bad pullback. So this is just retracement, and it is crowded territory and going to be met with lots of resistance. But we are almost at $10, which is the re-break of the SPAC's original pricing. Do I think Ocea may be good long term? No, absolutely not. No. These biotechs are not stable. It could go to $20, and then you're thinking, "Wow, I'm just going to hold this long term," and then the couple months later, it's back at $7. And then a year later, it's at $28. And so you say, see, it was good long term, but no, you can't know these. They're very volatile. You don't want to invest. You don't want to be an investor in these types of volatile stocks. You want to be a trader. Nvidia hitting 237. It depends on size. I mean, 100 shares of Ocea is like $1,000. I mean, that's not going to change anybody's life. I think you probably could do better putting it somewhere else. I mean, listen to your rhetoric already. Bag hold. I would at least bag hold. I mean, you already put you psychologically in a place where you're happy to just dump your money on something. Like, that's not good. That's not good psychology. You don't need to bag hold. I could use that $1,000. As much as money as I have and I trade with, and the accounts that I have, and everything I got going for me, I could use that $1,000 on something better than Ocea. I can use that for something else with some more momentum. Well, anyway, everybody has a different trading style, so you go ahead and bag hold 100 shares of Ocea. Go for it. Maybe you get $1,700 out of it. I think it might take you 3 months. Well, I think you could do a lot better. I think it's the right target. But you've got your ideas. I've got mine. I've been trading for 25 years. You go for it, bro. You do what you do. But, you trade what you know. Do what you know. Wouldn't want you to do something you don't know what you're doing. All right, Nvidia hitting almost 238. And ENVX now breaking almost new highs. The high of 1034 is the high this morning. It's hitting 1018. Pretty strong reclaim above FWAP. All right. Amphibian Ball says he's just thinking about dabbling in small stuff. No, I'm just kidding, dude. You're just learning. Great. By the way, you probably want to send me a private message, and I'll get you some more information about about learning. It depends on if you're a cheapskate or not. We'll find out. I think if you got amphibian balls. No, just kidding. Dude, you're needling me on something that's not even me. 10-4. Send me a private message. I'll help you out. All right, we're waiting for Ocea to get out of the halt at 9:39. Last halt was at 7:40. There it is. We're out of the halt. It hit 9:80. Out of the halt. Pulling back 9:40. These are the kinds of trades you do watch the level 2 on. These low floats. Ocea out of the halt. And I can see there's a lot of support at 877. 877 seems to be where you might want to buy, wait to buy. But that could float away from us. Now it looks like it's just a trap door of nothingness below. There's very little support anywhere on the level 2. And sure enough, we are getting pullback on Ocea. We're at 910, red bleed out. There's not a lot of support going on. Even though we're getting bought up right now, there's not a lot of support. But price trumps all. See, there's a lot of pullback. That was a weak move on Ocea. And I'm not seeing very much support. Maybe at 8. But that could change in an instant. All of a sudden demand can come flooding in. Mass psychology. There we go. Whoa. Pushing up, almost hit a new high. And in fact, we did get a bit of flooding in there. 950 new support. That's about where we're at right now. Very thick support at 950. Okay, now it's rushing in. There's quite a bit of demand coming in at 950. 956. All right, so that's pushing up price. And there goes Ocea to a new high. Boom! Right over 10. Hit 1020. 1027. 1037. It should be halting at some point here. 1037. There's really not that big of a wall there. There's a lot more demand coming in at 1037 right now. Oh, a huge amount of demand because we're probably halting. Massive demand. Everybody wants in, but they can't get in because it's halting. And I think we're halted. Yes. Boom. Boy, that was such an interesting view on the level 2. You could see how much demand there was out there. In other words, the money that's waiting on the sidelines to get in was somewhere in the order of, and this is not including icebergs, of, let's see, let me do the math on that. Maybe 10,000 shares at that moment, and that's not including icebergs, which probably constitute about 5x more, 50,000 right at that moment. And you have to understand that on the sell side, the orders on the sell side were nothing in the order of that level. So the demand outweighing the supply by a lot still. There's a lot of interest in getting this stock. Okay, we'll be coming out of the halt in about 4 minutes. You got to sell into the halt there. That's awesome. You don't have to sell everything, in those moments. Nvidia hitting 238.50 and holding all of its pivots. I'm just looking at everything else here. Yeah. Is Chewy moving? All right. Boy, we haven't seen Chewy for a while. Shit, I think I just closed a tab by accident. What about Chewy? Oh, you just want to know Chewy as like an investment? Oh, there's nothing happening on Chewy. They do have increasing revs, so that's good. Kind of bad management. Their margins are a little bit all over the map. Um, but the last 3 quarters they've been slightly profitable, so that's good. Other than that, it still kind of has to prove itself, in my opinion. So who's in Nvidia? Who's in Ocea still? We had a pretty strong pullback just now on Nvidia, with the peak price being 238.67. However, I would still have to put my stop at 235.30. The all day hold on that 235.30. And so this little breakdown at 236.92, that was a fake down. That was a shakeout. And you can tell that because we didn't rally before that. This has been market maker movement at the top and at the bottom. They're playing around with the $8 level in the 30s here. Market makers are playing around with the $8 level. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Which goes back to what Chris said this morning, is to watch $2 levels on Nvidia. He's noticed that those levels are tricky every even level. Once Ocea hits 858, you'll go back in. Okay. 858. It might have, it could do that, but we'll have to see, where the demand is. Like I said, it has massive demand. There's a lot of people waiting for some lower prices. But when it went into the halt, boy, they just swarmed in like, no, 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 mommy, no. They're just swarming in and they couldn't get in. Wanted a piece, but they just kept waiting to the last minute. FOMO that halt triggered was heavy. Look at the candle on the daily chart on that. And it's just a massive reclaim of the $10 SPAC level. But if we could break $14, that becomes a swing trade. So this is a very nice day trade. Hopefully it's sprinkling some gains into your account. And then here, it could be by the end of the day, it could be a multi-day. I guess nobody uses Telegram because I didn't see any further people go into the Telegram, or maybe they'll go in later. Good insight. Thank you, man. It's just trading, patterns, momentum, setups. I don't know what, but I have some ideas. Remember when I said Lunar was going to go to the $80 to $100 range when it was at like $40? And probably some people thought that was pretty ridiculous. But then, boom. Took profits on your Nvda. Great. All right. They gain went heavy following pivot lows. That was nice in my other moves with Nvidia. YOLO 95% gain. Wow, so amazing. Whoa. Nice. Good job, Kelly. Post about that in the gain section, obviously, as you always do. I know you do. That's all. That's awesome. Did we ever get a 5-minute signal on Baba? I'm not sure. I didn't have the 5-minute chart up on it. Let's see. Yeah, you kind of did at 97.60. But just for takeoff, probably I would have cut that at 97.60. That's pretty funny. Like 20 minutes later. That would have been break even and I'd be out now. Right about where you cut it. Were you long on Baba? Yeah. That's the right spot. You know it. Way to go, Kelly. All right, when's Ocea coming out of the halt? 904. We're actually hanging over on the halt on Ocea. I'm just going to take a look at my other positions here, make sure there's nothing I don't need to go after. Why is that enclosed? If that is all right, my long on SLQT is paying out. Let me take a look at that. Okay, good. It's already pulling back, but is it a supportive pullback? Hard to tell. Very low volume. I think so. So I'll keep that going for the day. Over to penny stocking. My Sarah short is working. And what is that doing? Short also. Okay, that's working. Just red day. Ocea's open. All right, let's see what we got. Ocea's open, hitting 1187. It opened at 11. I told you there was a ton of demand right before this, hitting $12, $12.10. $12.10 and halting, apparently. $12.10 and halting. And there's, holy cow, massive demand going on into that halt. 10 times more than the last demand. So that would be about 100 to 1 demand over supply. And the only thing stopping this thing are these halts. That was a massive demand. It's probably going to be gapping up open as well on the next halt. Can't guarantee it's going to go up from there. But there was a lot of people that want in on this more than before. And there was a lot before. Oh, did you see that? Yeah. You got to look at the sell side when that happens, RJ, as well. Look at the bid and the ask on the level 2. I guess I should. Damn, I should have screenshot in that moment because we're going to be talking about it tonight. 9, 10, 19. All right, good. So we'll be coming out of the halt in about 4 minutes. So Ocea is now up 151% on the day from yesterday's close. Now from the open, or from our entry, which was what, 740, I think? 740 momentum entry, it's up 63.5%. The market's been good to us for the last 2 weeks. We've had a very nice last 2 weeks. Let me double check. I'm not anything else that needs to be taken care of. Okay, I'm in DQ for a red dog. Let's take a look at that. Red dog reversal on DQ. And look at that payoff. So how many of you look at that chart there on red dog on DQ DraftKings? How many of you look at that chart and 2 days ago, not yesterday, 2 days ago, you would have known from this candle that we'd be here? Because I did. I'm expecting this move to go right to about here. That's a very special candle right there. We'll be talking about that in masterclass tonight. Why that candle did that. As a matter of fact, Apple put in that candle, that same kind of candle, yesterday. And I didn't get a chance to really get in it or alert it or work with it. But I'd be curious to see how Apple is doing today. They don't always work out, you know. Some stocks are just have other forces that they can't get away from, such as that they're very correlated to the market. But yeah, I was curious to see what was going on with Apple. Let's take a look at it. Okay, technically you'd still be up from yesterday's entry. And the other one that formed like that, believe it or not, was Nvda. Nvda signaled entry yesterday. So Apple, Nvda, and what was that one I was just on? It was a weird stock, DQ. Both of those signaling that they were going to go up for 1, 2, or 3 days. And so I'm up 35% on that DQ. A mom is moving today. Okay, well I believe I was short a mom. So no, I don't think I would have been short a mom. Or maybe I was, and then I cut it out because it was going the other way. Let's see. Yeah, no, I was not short a mom. Wow. Oh yes, I was. I was short a mom, and then cut it at break even, and now look at it continue, going from 450 open to almost $6 now. Mom also potential trade today. Momentum. Careful to say it's momentum trade, but it could be. All right, we'll be coming out of the halt. Hey, somebody has a sell it. We'll be coming out of the halt any second here on Ocea. Remember, there was just a ton of demand. However, it may wait for a pullback for that demand to transpire. But maybe not. I mean, that was a ton of demand. So we'll be coming out of the halt at 1519, which is right now. Okay, there it is. It's out of the halt. It opened up at about 12:43. It's halting again now. Okay, I'm going to try and take a screenshot this time. Woo! The demand is heavy. The demand over the supply is massive. Yes, I got a screenshot of it. All right, good. So we can teach that in class tonight. Boom. Ocea, heavy demand versus supply. All right, just posted that. Look at the supply side. Did you see the supply side, RJ? Nothing. Nobody is selling. Not a soul. It was just nothing. And now that I took that screenshot, we can really examine it, and we can see that we would very easily, it starts to thicken up at about 1472. We're very easily going to about $15 here. Would now be a good time to buy BABA? It doesn't look like it. No, it failed its chance. No, yeah, never chase. Don't ever chase. Chasing is really not a winning strategy. Yeah. Screenshot the daily of Ocea. Gemma? I've seen this many times. This is not that big of a deal. What was a big deal is being able to see it on the level 2 so clearly. It's like there maybe is less than 100 people interested in selling, and then there's maybe tens of thousands of people interested in buying. Yeah, it was quite a differential. I think we're going to see a massive pop. We're going to easily see 1475. Is that what I said? Yeah, 1472. I think we easily see 1472. And by easily, I mean who knows? It could just crack right on through. I mean, if people are putting in market orders, there's so few supply side orders in the system that it could really flip. It could spike, but then quickly, everyone who just got in is going to start putting all their orders at the top. You see, and up there, and then it's going to start working its way down. So you have to be really quick to get your order through on the sell side. You almost would want to enter your sell order up the ladder before the halt, so you're first in line when it reopens. You don't want to be entering your higher ladder sell exits during the halt. You'd ideally want them there before it even halted, so that you can get filled first before the whole thing caves in at a top. Because eventually, if there's not more demand than the more demand, then it will top. Because everyone who's in has got the hot potato, and they'll know it, and they're going to start throwing the hot potato around. Yeah, well, during the halt, you can't be sure, but that would be, incredible. No, it was just it had a good open this morning. I do teach that Nor Shurabash. If you send me a private message, I'm going to send you a link to my video lessons, and one of them is how to find these kinds of hot stocks, and then you'll know. And I show it in multiple systems and how to find them. 9:15:40. All right, we're coming out of the hall in 1 minute on Ocea. $235.30 is the stop on Nvda. All of this is market maker movement. The real stop is 235.30 on Nvda. And we're coming out of the halt in about 20 seconds on Ocea. Yeah, North Shurabash. So send me a private message. Because I say that to people and then they don't. I don't know if it gets stuck or whatever, but if you're not able to send me a private message, find me. Okay? Like on YouTube, and go to the about, find my email address, find me somewhere, reach me on our trading group and the Discord, send me a private message. Okay? I'm happy to help you. All right, coming to the halt now. All right, we are not out of the halt yet. Let's see where this puppy opens. Last time with that much demand, and now it's twice as much demand, it opened a full point higher. So maybe 2 points higher. Maybe it opens in the 15s. Maybe. But like I said, 1472. will need to be blasted through first, and pretty likely. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you, Putar. Nice to meet you. Well, I've got 25 years of experience, so I ought to know what I'm doing a little bit. A lot of that uh, was a learning experience, but I'm always learning. I'm always learning. I'm always learning new ideas, new concepts, adding them on, relearning old concepts. Sometimes you understand old ideas in new ways when you learn them again after you've had so much experience. So there's just nothing trumps experience. You know, I can say that about my place in the world with everything. I wasn't married. All right, so we're hanging over on the halt time here, which is a good sign probably. The resolving imbalances. I mean, the last I saw it, it looked like everybody wanted in, and their mother. So I think we're really going to pop once it opens, but they're having trouble resolving the imbalances. By holding it over, it starts to get people worried, a little bit nervous. It causes it to come back to earth a little bit. But I think we're seeing 1472 at least, probably 15 plus. It could definitely hit a level that I'm not even going to speak of, but it could go crazy. Some of these things can go crazy. This re-break of the high could have been a spot to get in. This re-break of the high. Right now, it's on a run. You really can't get in without like a lightning speed system, lightning speed setup. All eyes on Ocea. Yeah. We do a lot of swing trading. So, in fact, I'm a better swing trader than anything. Right, Kelly? That's probably my specialty. I just see things on the daily chart really well. That's probably where I'm best. And swing trading is great because you're getting multi-day gains. That's more than Kelly says. Fucking A, right. Yeah, that's it can be safer too. Thank you, RJ. So, all right, well, let's see what happens here on Ocea. They are having trouble resolving the imbalances. Okay, I think I saw some tweaks going on the level 2. They might be getting closer to resolving the imbalances on Ocea. Ocea with, I guess, what you were saying earlier this morning, which is some kind of a cure for lung cancer. It'd be funny if you could get the cure for lung cancer right in the cigarette section. That'd be great. Talk about sales. Yeah, I'll have. I would like a 2-pack of whatever it is, Marlboro Lights, and I do need the latest dose of Ocea's. What do they call it? Smoke till death. STD, smoke till death pills, please. Yeah, the pirate ones. Thank you. Yeah, the ones on the right there, the blue box. Thank you. Yeah. That'll be $72. Shit. Most of it's the medicine, isn't it? Yes, sir. Give me 2 boxes of Marlboro Lights and another dose of Smoke Till Deaths, please. Man, I can't believe the imbalances are still not resolved. That was a lot of demand online. I'm glad I grabbed that screenshot. I mean, that was huge because those are iceberg. I mean, holy shit, every market maker stacked on top of each other for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 market makers stacked on top with just the front orders being 30,000 plus. Boom, there it is. It hit 1529, 1570. All right, 1570. It's open, you guys. And we have a lot of support at 14, but nothing else until 14. Boom, right back to 16. What a volatility. We're going between 14 and 16, back and forth and back and forth. Some support at 1650 now. A huge amount of support at 1673 starting to come through. And that's because it's halting again. Massive demand again, unending demand. I'm taking another screenshot. Boom, got the screenshot, and it's halted. Halted again. I'm glad I got that screenshot. Yeah, sell side is just nothing. Again, guys, it's just nothing. Well, actually, there's a lot at 1744. 1744 is a little stacked, but it's a very small stack. We're playing with mega blocks, and these guys over here, it's got a little Legos, or what do they call that thing where you put it in the board? It's like pegs and they light up. They're playing with pegs. We've got mega blocks, man. We're the toddlers. Those guys are babies. Kelly says, give me 3 packs of Marlboro Red short box, a 20-ounce Coke, some gas station pizza, and a pack of zigzags. Yeah, boy. Ocea with the cure to lung cancer going through the roof. Now, this is there you go, Ocea serum. I love it. This is a situation where you don't you don't invest in this. You know what I mean? You take this move now. Because whatever it finally peaks out at today, tomorrow, whenever it stops, it won't get there again, maybe ever, or for like 3 to 5 years, after it firms up and valuation to come in and et cetera, et cetera. It's not, you don't want to invest. You want to trade. An investment that gives you your 3-year return in one day should be traded out of that day. It's like, how do people not understand this? You don't invest in something that's giving you a 3-year return in one day. You trade out of it. You're done with it. You exit. Take your profits. You just got ahead 3 years in one day. Well, I mean, the problem's already created, right? Cigarettes. Yeah. What a life. It's going to be fucking crazy in the future, right? When they can just drop nanobots down your lungs and then it just like cleans it all up. Jesus. And like you can just do anything save for dying. But I think even dying in the future will be strange because you probably could have like multiple memory banks of the state of your body stored in different locations in your body. So if you become dismembered or whatever, and you die, the nanobots repair everything over the course of like 24 hours. The only way you could really die is like you could get dropped in lava. That'd be the new way to kill people in the future. You just throw them into a fucking volcano. And the Terminator hand just shit, I'm gonna break my back down here. Ah! I'm on the floor. Oh, but that was good. Ow, fuck. Oh, jeez. The floor is lava. Yes, it is. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, we are waiting to come out of the halt again. What's the time on? What's the time, RJ? Did anybody get in a pretty decent size on Ocea? Anybody having like a once in a year day right now? That'd be awesome. Just proud of you. Good job. But most likely, the way I've trained everyone is you were careful, and this is just a good trade, and maybe you got 10R out of it. But these are the kinds of moves we wait for. I got to check on DQ because the market is dropping, and I have a little bit of position in DQ, and it has some market exposure. I just want to double check. Oh, wow. DQ is actually even in a better spot. All right. That's nice. And then how's Nvda doing? What did I say for the stop? Yeah, see, look at that. I think it held its stop. Let me go back. Yep. It totally held the 235.30 stop level. We still have not established a new stop level, so we're still stopped at 235.30 and moving up more. No exit on Nvidia yet. Nvidia ER trade or the 5-minute mega buy entry necessarily. I mean, I'd be happy if you got that at 238.80, but I don't know. This thing's got 240 written all over it. But yeah, the market is dropping, making new lows. How that looks on the daily is the following. Okay. Didn't quite do what we were thinking, going up to grab liquidity at 302. Instead, there's basically a gap to open up, and then we've been pulling back all day. And that was probably due to the GDP figures. Yep. She's gone wild. Yeah, before the halt, we did see a wall at 1744. It was a tiny wall. 1744. In comparison, what was going on in 1673? I mean, we're talking about 100 to 1 differential in demand to supply. But like I said, eventually everyone's going to be in, and then the hot potato game is on. In fact, I'm going to look and see if we have any options on Ocea. I doubt it. No options.
Alert.
And could I short it? I doubt it again, but let's see. It is hard to borrow. Let's see. I won't know if I can short it or not until I send in the order. And I don't want to short this fucking supernova until it's time to short it. But it is likely that I won't be able to get shares to short at the top. But talk about parabolic. You missed it all? Ah, damn. That's okay. Those spots to get in were on pullbacks. Pullback rebreaks. Pullback rebreaks. I mean, that's the best you could do. Well, not really. You could be watching the level too, and you can see where when it starts to firm up demand and flood with demand. So Nvidia just recently hit 238.84, getting awfully close to 239. Once it goes over 239, I think 240 is inevitable. No, I don't think Baba's going to run on the day. No, we've been talking about that a lot. Baba's dead. We had a 5-minute candle entry, and when that failed, it became a failed stock. So, no, I don't think it's going to run. I think if anything, you'd short it from here to fill the gap down to 94.75, about $5 of drop. Not guaranteed, but I think that's the only play left on it is short. So, when the market's not that hot, we, cut this broadcast top of the hour, but, these are very interesting moves going on. So I'm hanging out with you for almost 35 minutes extra already. Could you guys have done it on your own? Some of you. But, in the worst case scenario, this has been educational for you, and, you to improve towards a direction of being able to take trades like this. It has been, days like this come once a month, tops. Pretty rare, less than 5% of the time. Okay, we opened at 1875. We're moving 1987, 1999, 20, 2031, 2039, and halting. Fuck, all right, I'll get a little bit. Fine. Oh, it's not letting me. See, that's the problem. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in because can't. Yeah. No can do. And halted. I didn't get a screenshot. Did anybody else see what it was like before the halt? That's funny. Oh, let's take a look at rates real quick, Mike. Let's see what Treasury rates. Okay, the 30-year is at 3.9, so it actually pulled back a slight bit. We're looking for it to get over 4%. So the idea there. Did you ever attend a class when I was talking about bonds and how they can go up in capital value? Because obviously, one of the great reasons you get into a bond is because, one, you're guaranteed to get your money back at the end. Two, you get the promised return every year in 2 payments. But what a lot of people don't realize is 3, in the right situation, the amount that you put in before you get your money back at the very end can go up or down. And that happens more pronouncedly in the long dated ones, like 10-year, 20-year, 30-year. You don't get that much in the 1, 2, or 3-year, very much at all. And you can, and then 4 thing that a lot of people don't realize is you can trade them back anytime. It's just like the stock market. So if you need your money back, you just get it back. So that means buy a 30-year. It has the most sensitivity to the changes in price. The Fed lowers rates. You've got a 4% paying 30-year. They lower rates to 2%. Your bond's worth double. That's the theory. It's rough. There's some more complex math to it, but there's the easy theory for you. Your bond's now worth double because in a 2% environment, you've got a bond paying 4% for 30 years. So it has 27 years left or whatever it is at 4%, whereas other bonds only have 2% for 30 years. So it has a lot more value, and so it goes up in value. It becomes desirable. So that's how that works, Mike. And you get the 30-year now. You can trade it back whenever you need the money back in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whenever you want to do it. But by the way, you can use it legally as a down payment for a mortgage, so that you don't even need to sell it. So you put it into the treasury bonds. That's another magic of treasury bonds. You put it into treasury bonds in a place that's huge, like Schwab or TD Ameritrade or Fidelity, and who also has a mortgage division. And then you get a mortgage from them, and they'll consider those bonds as the collateral for the house. So you don't even need to sell them, and you're getting a 5% or whatever return every year on those bonds on your down payment. You're not going to get that on your down payment, but normally in cash. But you do it with bonds, boom. So I just it's the best thing ever. Right now, not ever, but I mean right now, bonds are the trade of the year. Because in 1 year, they're going to roughly double when rates are back to normal again. It only happens whenever there's economic crisis. All right, it's crazy with Ocea. Let's see where it's going to go. You bought Ocea at 760. So how many shares do you have? And the idea is, you need to be chipping off. You need to be selling a little bit of your position as it continues to move up. And don't get greedy. You know, like once it hits anything is great. Already. But if you have to guess a top and you guess that top, don't look back. You did well. It doesn't matter. But the idea is to chip out, to take partials. So if you had 100 shares, you'd be selling, 1 to 5 shares every dollar it goes up, something like that. That gives you a lot of room to scale out smoothly. And then if there's a panic point, or if you think that's it, you can get all out. That's how we trade in our group. So if you want to join our group, it's free. Just come on in. Just click the link in my profile, in my bio. That's funny. Yeah, it definitely had some good buys around the $7 area. There was some nice breakouts around 70 and also 9, I think. And then the final break was at like 950, 10, somewhere around there. Since then, it's been supernova. There it is at $22, 23.47. All right, should I try and get some? Now I'm being a bad FOMO guy. All right, I'm in. I really don't want to be in. But wow, we still have massive demand over supply. Damn, I just missed the screenshot by 1 second. But at least I'm in now. I don't feel very good about it, but I'm in. What? Don't let emotions get to your trading espetoti. Oh, that's funny. I thought you were an Indian. Nursharabash is your name. I thought you were an Indian. How do you know and make up a word like espetoti? Well, I did FOMO. I didn't FOMO. I didn't get in because of like a FOMO. I got in because this thing has overwhelming demand, and it doesn't show signs of ending yet. That's why I got in. I got in because I'm watching level 2. I didn't get in because, oh my God. I mean, I'd be completely happy with just one blip out. In fact, I got to set up my ladder now. I got to go. I hear my mommy coming. This is great. That'd be great if like we're in the middle of a live stream or whatever, and I'm like, sorry guys, I gotta go. Mom says dinner's ready. I gotta go. All right, so let's see. Damn, I wish I got a screenshot of that last one. I have no idea where the resistance points are, but I mean, judging so far, we've been expanding. We're probably gonna hit over 25, so I'll start putting exits around there. $10 exits every dollar. That's what I'll start with. Definitely uncomfortable with 10% exits. I'm gonna have to babysit it because I think 20% exits would be a lot more prudent. Ideally, I don't want to be out too small as this thing continues to go parabolic. I guess everybody's buying the story though. I mean, if you had to cure one cancer, one specific type of cancer, which one would be the most lucrative? Lung cancer, probably. Yeah. So they've got it. They've got a treatment that's going to turn into revenue. Yeah, I'm laddered up to 36. I do not think I'm going to get all the way to 36. with this, with any kind of comfort. But that'd be great if I did. I really want to take smaller larger exits. Yeah. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna hit the flatten button like fast as you can think if we have a problem. But it looked like there was still more demand. I didn't get a screenshot. Anybody watching level 2 during that halting? I wish I had seen the levels of resistance on the ask that clumped up right before that. That would have been helpful, but it seems like we're blasting through those. Yeah, taking out bit by bit. Hey, by the way, you guys over on YouTube, I see your messages sometimes later, and even after our session is done, I read your messages. So thank you, for everything you always say and participate over on YouTube and Twitch. I see you guys every time, everything you say, but sometimes I don't see what you say when you say it. But I'm with you. Yeah. All right. I think it reopened. Yeah, boy, it blasted through the 27 and halting, I think. Yeah, we're getting a huge amount of demand at 26.59. The demand is not dropping. So that's going to be the next halt, 26.59. It's halting and halted. Oh, again, I forgot to take a damn screenshot. Fuck. And I missed the levels. But there we go. All right. I'm up $1,000. That's nice. I got my laddered exits. Oh, TikTok just said, good job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. Thanks, TikTok. Okay, back. The lava lamps are in high gear. We are set. It's time to turn on the disco ball. This calls for disco ball action. The market dropping hard now. That might affect Nvidia. Watch your stops on Nvidia. The demand so high on Ocea. You're going to look back someday at those level 2s. Can somebody be fucking screenshotting the level 2s and putting them in the momentum channel, please? Whenever those halts are happening, they're very informative, educational, and we'll go over them tonight. Maybe you can even screen record it. I can screen record it. Hopefully it doesn't make it so I can't click those buttons now, though. Shit. I might not be able to click those buttons. Oh, good. It does let me click the buttons through there. Thank God. How do you get to the Momentum channel? I can't get your full profile info from TikTok without leaving. You can always come back. But yeah, that's how you would do it. You would go to the link in my profile. You'd leave the live, you'd go to the profile, you'd leave the live, come over to our Discord, and then we have a Momentum channel there. And then you could always come back here to the TikTok. Time, RJ? 48. Okay, 48:01. Wow. All right, we got 20. No, it's already over then, huh? No, we've got 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And should open now. All right, so they're holding over then. I did my math wrong? No, I didn't do my math wrong. Okay, could come out of the hall any second here. It is now up 441% on the day. So it's now surpassed Lunar as the hottest stock this year. The hottest stock move this year. So it's already past the halt time. It's been doing this because the imbalances are just insane, I guess. Continued good sign. We seem to be halting up about 3 points at a time, so maybe we'll be halting around 29 on this next one if we halt. Demand keeps up. There'll be a hell of a pullback entry in a couple days on this one. I basically have my finger on the flatten button. And I've got my finger just off of the mouse button, like sort of like don't want to get it too close to the trigger. Of course, CNBC and the Newsday are not covering any of this stuff. They never do. It's like we live in our own little world. It took them a week to start talking about GME when GME was going crazy. You want to be late to the game? Watch the news. We are waiting for Ocea to come out of the halt. He said, I'm sure a ton of people have their finger on the flatten button. All right, later, Kelly. Catch you soon. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Amphibian Bates. His name is, I'm saying it right for a change. He said, I shared your live to a buddy of mine. I appreciate Amphibian Balls sharing the love. I love the name Amphibian Balls. Amphibian. Anybody named Amphibian anything is a winner to me. Oh, man. Wow, they might be going for a bigger halt now, like a pending news type of halt. I don't think so, but maybe 7 halts in a row. Let me check out stock twits. Everybody's saying there. Wow, stock twits is not loading. Anybody else having a problem with the stock twits? Up with those twits. Amphibian balls. Okay, here it is. Okay, Ocea is the number to talk about stock today. And systems being a bitch. Unhalted? It must have been down, son of a bitch. Flatten. And I'm not getting out, and it would have been break even too. So there we go. End of the fun. Yes, and we are halted to the downside now. I expected it to at least pop again, but damn. Let my people go. Oh, it will go up again, yeah, but it's gonna have to find a bottom. Yeah, Randy. Like a couple times a year I do that, but we should probably do that like every day as a religion. Well, yeah. That would be great. I mean, RJ, if you want to do that, go for it. And I'll do that sometimes too. And yeah, together as a team, we can bring more people in. Today, I'm live for a long time. What's happening to the market? It's not necessarily the market. It's this one, Ocea. We've been following that because it kind of has a cure for lung cancer. So it went from $6 to $26, 450%. What causes halts? You're supposed to halt if price moves up too fast, too far, too fast. The market that they're listed on, the exchanges, they halt it to protect investors who might be trapped and didn't have enough time to absorb the news, as well as people wanting to get in to give them time to think twice. Okay, it's over there. It seems like a lot of people hit the flatten button. Yeah, I didn't get to see the level two. It all happened too fast because I was expecting there to be a bling so I would know when it opened, but there was not because all it did was sell off at that point. Flatten button is used to flatten your positions, to erase them to zero them out. That could be different in different software, what they might call that. Yeah. Gets you back to cash. It's a good thing I took some profits when I did, but that's exactly what I was saying is that I would prefer to have taken 20% exits. That would have worked out better for me because I got 3 exits. But at 10%, that gets me 30% out. At 20%, that would have got me 60% out. I would have been sitting slightly prettier. What was the time in that halt there, RJ? Not that it seems to be mattering, but oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm surprised it moved down because there appears to be still far more demand than supply. So it's just a strange, interesting move. That might have been just one large position holder. And yeah, even looking back, it wasn't on very much volume. At 1221. All right. We all just waiting for it to unhalt. No, I thought I saw something too. No, it didn't unhalt though. No, but I thought I saw something. Things were adjusting. We wait. Meanwhile, the market is making new lows. I'm not able to watch Nvda as we focus on Ocea. But I think probably based on how strongly the market is dropping, that Nvidia probably broke through our stop of 235.30. But you can't really see demand during the halt. It's not the same on Robo, have we? Okay. All better now? All good. Okay, good. It's so funny to watch people so frustrated with all the halting. It's so, this is the longest halt ever. Like they actually know anything. Nvidia's at 234. So it did break the two. I think it was 235.30. Yeah, stop. Okay, good. Thanks, Marcus. So that would have been your exit on Nvidia. Was not able to hold up as market conditions. If the market was decent, Nvidia probably would have flew to 242. But at least you swung the bat. It just goes to show I should have trusted my instinct, though, and done 20% exits. It would have been better. And better is better. Popcorn time, yes. Sheesh, come out of the halt already. Yeah, that's good. Paper trading is a very good idea. Hurry up, halt. We are trying to predict things here. Yeah, exactly. Wow, come on.
Alert.
It's alerting GCI. I don't know if that stock is running right now. I'm not looking at it, but GCI is what the computer just alerted. Easy to borrow, so not sure what's up with that. It might be low volume. It is? Okay. This could be a while. All right, let's move back to the group. That'll end the morning session. It's definitely not over, but let's meet up in the Momentum channel. See you there. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Tonight. Yes. Kick out.